Hey guys, Prithviraj here. Hope you guys are doing great. Obviously, it's no surprise that we get tons of True Wireless Earbuds to review and we give our final verdict all the time to see which one is worth your money and which one isn't. I spend my money a lot on audio gears, and to be honest, audio is pretty crucial to me because music is everything to me. And after every review frame, after reviewing any kind of True Wireless Earbuds or headphones whatsoever, there's always that one True Wireless Earbuds that I always go back to. The one that truly stays in my pocket all the time, and the one that I really love as of right now. And that is the Jabra Elite 75T. And sure, this came out back in 2019, but it's still my go-to. What makes it special? Which is what we're going to talk about it in this video. So let's get started, and you're watching The Adventures of Vesper. Earlier I mentioned about the Elite 75Ts as the one that stays in my pocket all the time. And I wasn't kidding because of the form factor. It's incredibly small and petite to hold, and the texture of it is really nice thanks to the matte finish all over the place. And I got it in this cream color. So there are other colors that you can choose from, like black, teal and bronze, which I was really looking forward to, but unfortunately was out of stock. But it's really nice to see that this earbuds comes in really peppy colors to suit one's personality. And as I mentioned earlier, this is really small, and I mean it, it's very small. As you can see here side by side with my Sony WF-1000XM3s, another go-to pair of mine, and the Sennheiser CX400BT, which is a review we are working on. So hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss the video and the article on that. Now, when it comes to hardware, both of these earpieces are equipped with 6mm driver and a 4 microphone call technology to reduce the noise on outgoing calls if you want to use them for calls. Now, codec wise, it only covers 2 codecs, which is SBC and AAC. Honestly, it's kind of a letdown, but I'll talk about that later. Now, all that fits in a case so small, but it also holds battery up to 24 to 28 hours depending on the mode that you're using it on. And you can get up to 1 hour of battery life by just a 15 minutes charging time. And if you do want to get a full charge, so you can charge it for about 2 hours. Now, okay, I really have to say this because you know how True Wireless Earbuds come in these various shapes and sizes. Some would just like outright fall out of your ears easier, and some are just made to give that uncomfortable experience right outside of the box. We all know which one I'm talking about. But most of them, while they do have the in-ear concept right, doesn't mean it's a good fit for everyone. But these Jabra Elite 75Ts are without a doubt the best fit I've ever had from a True Wireless Earbuds, because they did engineer it in a way to make sure it fits well in all kinds of ears, giving it a good seal and better placement of the ear tip in the canal for good sound isolation and good sound production. It checked off every single thing in my box. Now it comes with this ear gel ear tips, which looks pretty normal, but the sizes are pretty accurate. So the size that I'm using right now is the small, and these are like accurately sized and they fit pretty spot on. Now the thing about getting a True Wireless Earbuds is that good software support is crucial, and in this case Jabra is easily one of my top 3 favorite brands to have that. Now, the moment you download the app, assuming that you have already paired the headphones with your smartphone, you can actually go to the personalized ANC to tweak the intensity of the ANC the way you like it. And once you're done with that, you can move on to My Sound, where you can set up a profile suited more towards your ears. Then after you're done with that, you get to explore like what this earbuds does, the controls on both the earpieces with the buttons, and then you'll be sent to a control panel where you can switch between modes, tweak equalizer, and a feature that I personally think that's really unique to Jabra, that is the SoundScape. You know how white noise machines are great, and it gives the sense of calmness when you're working, sleeping, or when you just want to feel safe. SoundScape does exactly that by masking the sound around you with various sounds like, you know, pink or white noise, ocean waves, rainy day, ambient noises, and so on. Now, a little bit about like, you know, these kind of sound therapy, right? There are a bunch of research online on how white noise actually help us in calming our nerves, and that includes ambient sounds as well. And they use a system called the mental chronometry to see how people react to different stimuli. And there's this one particular study where they played a minute of sound from the woodland to which the people hearing it felt 30% more relaxed, 25% less stressed, and 20% less anxious. You can actually check that link for that particular research in the review article that we did. Now, the ASMRs of nature or any kind of sound that gives that comfort to you is important to have, and Jabra adding the feature to their app and for their product is something that I did not see coming, and it's also a feature I don't want to let go. And if you're asking me, my personal favorite is crowd, because I love to live vicariously through that sounds of crowd, pretending that everything is normal despite the pandemic. A variety of sound to choose from, and you know there's a sound specifically made for you. Now, the audio quality on this, it's okay. My biggest issue is that how it only supports SBC and AAC, and there isn't support for codec like Qualcomm aptX, because it's a pretty huge codec these days, and you already know the sound quality is going to be hit and miss. But nonetheless, we noticed that the highs were handled pretty well as compared to other True Wireless earbuds that we have tried that tends to sound sharp and pitchy, while these sound just right. Now, the out-of-the-box experience with the Elite 75T, they are automatically tuned for heavy bass. So the moment when you use the normal profile to just listen to a lot of songs, you will realize a lot of detail goes missing. Like in Break My Baby by Kaleo, JJ vocals literally took a back seat and the subtle nuances goes missing. The bass definitely masks a lot, and especially in favorite songs like Killing Me Softly by Roberta Flack. Honestly, when Roberta Flack said Killing Me Softly, it wasn't to, like, you know, it wasn't meant to kill her softly with bass. So having the EQ control through the Elite 75T's Sound Plus app is a godsend. And if you're really not into the bass, tweak it via the app to get a toned down sound profile and you're going to be happy. Plus with the dynamic voice, it has a really good coverage. Now, another feature that I mentioned earlier was the active noise cancellation. Now, this is the first time where I witnessed a brand to release an OTA update for a earbud that was released in 2019 to get active noise cancellation. Now, the difference between the noise isolation and the noise cancellation on this one, it's very subtle, but I'd say nonetheless, the fact that they made a feature available this way, it's pretty surprising, and I have to give credit where credit is due. So after all of this, right, I've said what I've said, and why do I choose to carry this in my pocket? Now, there's a good reason as to why I carry the Jabra Elite 75T in my pocket, and because of its petite form factor and acceptable sound quality after I tweak it to get it right, by the way. It also has IP55 rating, so which means I can bring it to gym without worrying about sweat affecting my earbuds, unlike my Sony WF-1000XM3s, which are not sweat proof at all. It covers every ground well, and I'm happy that it does that. On top of that, giving an app which is easy to use and update that plays huge role in giving me better user experience over the time only goes to show that every penny and dime that I spent on this one is well spent. So should you get it then? At 599 ringgit, which is actually quite a lot of money to spend, the Jabra Elite 75Ts are good True Wireless earbuds, and it's a well spent. But then again, if you look at the codec, right, you'll realize Apple users will have better experience with the AAC. If SBC codec isn't an issue, then go for it. There is the Elite 85T though, which is the top of the line True Wireless earbuds in the Jabra lineup. But at that point, I think you're better off spending that money on something better like the WF-1000XM4s that came out recently, which is also in the 1,000 ringgit price range, or you can just get the AirPods Pro. So that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching this video, and huge thanks to my wallet for making this video happen, because I purchased this Jabra Elite 75Ts to make this review happen, and I wanted to do a long-term review because it's very important these days, because short-term doesn't really cut it. And if you do want to check out the difference between the Jabra Elite 75T and the active version, there's actually a very good video by Koki from Nasilama Tech. The lovely folks over there did that content, so you can actually check that out in the link down in the description below. So yeah, do the usual, subscribe to our channel, give us the thumbs down if you really think this video sucked, like us on our Facebook, follow us on our Instagram. because we're really trying to post as much as tech content as possible, and stay tuned for more. Until then, this is Prithviraj signing off. Take care, and I'll see you guys real soon. Bye.